Look, when I say what I'm about to say, I don't want to hear it. This reading finds you because we need to talk about your love life, honey. Or lack thereof, however you feel. It's always there. If you feel like it's lacking, that means that you need to show yourself more love. Okay? Okay. Now, the reason why we're here is because this collective that I'm talking to has gone through some sort of processing. I'm channeling the word regeneration. Something has come full circle for you. A thought process has come full circle for you. Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords, the Chariot, 6 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 5 of Swords. The main oracle, surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. There's something that you had to let go of in love. You simply had to release it. It's taken a long time. It wasn't easy. It took a lot of processing. But what it mostly took was shifting the narrative. And you realizing that whatever it is that you were mourning over, whatever it is that you lost, I promise you, it wasn't even made for you. It literally wasn't for you. Even if you think that that was the greatest thing that you ever had, the greatest person that you've ever known, I promise you, that wasn't your person. They were not for you. They are not for you. Period. Your love is in a higher place. God is calling you to recognize the synchronicities in your life. If you pay attention, you'll see them. One thing happens, could be something that just happens with you, yourself, and you. And then something else happens externally, or you reach a personal goal and then you run into your ex, or you do this thing and then you run into this person. You do this and then this happens. You're being called to see the synchronicities because you are destined for a sacred union. A sacred union made of nothing but honor. Okay? There's something that you need to get acquainted with in your midst, and it's an ideology to keep you moving forward. Everything in life has a light and a shadow. You were dwelling too much in the shadow of this passing or of this loss. Now, I'm not saying that obviously if you lost someone that you can't feel that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that we do need to take on the light attributes a lot more and embrace that with every ending is a new beginning. Again, this is not to say that you losing someone doesn't matter, because that's not it at all. You go through the mourning process, but the mourning is not supposed to be coming of you. It's supposed to get you to the next phase, the next stage, the next level, when you show yourself grace. There's been some sort of mentality that has been harming your healing process that you are growing through right now. I feel like with this collective here, you were entangled with misinformation, or I almost want to say too much of the truth, but that's not true. Because this feels like you telling yourself that you are lost, you're abandoned, you've been left behind, you're lonely. And although those things may be true in the shadow, it's not true when you look at it in the light. See everything for what it is, the light and the shadow. You need to know that whatever has ended in your love life ended for a reason. And right now you are in a deep replenishment phase where you are retreating, resting, and being held. Because there's a new narrative, a new mindset to take on, to process, to understand, to hear. I think that this collective may struggle with, again, telling too much of the truth and not allowing exactly a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. You were struggling to see the positivity and some sort of ending in your love life. You thought that that was the end all be all. I need you to know that there's more. There's so much more. And even as I'm sitting here doing this reading, I can feel your doubt. I can feel your doubt dripping through the energy. I can feel it. But it's not overpowering me because I can feel the truth, the shadow and the light of it. You may not believe it or see it right now, but your love life is destined for healing, destined for growth, destined for expansion, destined for greatness, destined for an ascended, sacred union. And this is no joke. I don't care what your life looks like right now. Even if you don't talk to anybody in your daily life right now, you could be the most isolated you've ever been. That's not where you're going to end up. God, Spirit is like, I need you to realize that that's not the only option. They're not the only thing. Getting back to too much of the truth. And even every time I say that, this is my third time trying to make this same point, but it's hard for me to say it because you don't want to accept it. You don't want to process it. I'm going to get this shit through. You focus too much on the shadow of the truth and not enough on the light because you think the light is ego. That's what it is. Some sort of narrative needs to be reconstructed because you're too much in the shadow, because you're afraid that the light of the truth is your ego. You're thinking that that's not real, it's not true. Why would you think that the shadow, you being abandoned, you not being enough, all of these things is not true, as opposed to the light of the truth is that there's actually something better for you? Is that you were too good for that situation. Maybe yes, they did abandon you. Maybe yes, they did run away. Maybe yes, they did leave, whatever it is. Maybe you did suffer some sort of loss. But that doesn't mean that this also cannot be true too, that it's because it wasn't meant for you. Because there's something better for you. Maybe you were too good for that situation or that scenario. But you don't even want to embrace that narrative. The word of the day, narrative.